Welcome to the Gin Weekly Update for Friday, August 10th, 2018. I'm Joel Yaste. We'll have Dr. Tom here in just one moment, but first, I want to let you know that the Gin Report for the month of August is out right now. We are fresh off of our Global Dream Weekend event in Chicago, and we have a recap of that event throughout this entire issue. Look for the August issue of our Gin Report out right now. And here's Dr. Tom with your lessons of the week. Dr. Tom?
Hello, I'm Dr. Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to this Friday's update. And I just wanted to tell you that we have some incredibly exciting things happening inside this club, and they're continuing to progress at breakneck speed. And the first thing I want to touch on today and talk about are some website enhancements that are coming up this month. And beginning on the 14th of August, you may begin to see some things that look differently. It's much like when you have an update to your phone or to an app, and sometimes parts of how you navigate, how you do things are a little bit different. Rest assured, they're happening on purpose. This is part of what we've been working on for months and spent hundreds and hundreds of hours on. And Boki, a shout out to you on all the hard work you put in on this to get us to the place where we're headed and where we're going. And so I just wanted to give you a heads up. If you have questions, comments about that, please email those to support@ginunited.com as you begin to navigate and want to give feedback on how that's working for you. So again, look for that starting on August the 14th. Next, what I'd like to do is to talk about the Patent Node Performance Retreat that we've mentioned live in Chicago, and we talked about last week. I did a mention on it. Again, I wanted to remind you there are a couple of spots available. Once those spots are gone, we will be taking some wait list numbers. The space is limited because it's on the Patent Node property. This is the house the house that Jock built. Jock and Linda, I apologize for that. I just couldn't pass. It's the property where this growth has been occurring and the vision. You see, it's such a beautiful story about having a dream and having a vision and actually doing it and beginning to build it and turning the earth and building a property and building buildings themselves that people can learn in. And it's part of what all we're talking about with overcoming fears and transitioning your life and having a better understanding of self and putting a Patent Node spin on it that they have been doing. They've been doing this training since 1979. Yes, that's almost 40 years of labor of love, of a couple and training their children and all four siblings involved in this business and expressing this growth. And it's going to be a spectacular event. So again, if you're the first couple to register, you're in. If not, you'll be on a wait list. And if there are cancellations, we will contact you and have that be available. It will be in Canada. It's outside Ottawa, just to give you kind of a point of reference in where things in this club are going. And thanks so much to the Patent Node family for all you're doing and have done and will continue to do for the family of Gin. So thank you for that. Next, I'd like to talk a little bit about Germany, an upcoming event that's going to be on September. The Patent Node, I'm not sure if I mentioned that, it's in September 28th, 29th, a bonus section on Sunday on the 30th. Next, moving to Germany, the event that's going to be put on by Peter and Claudia Kusters. This event is the September the 14th, 15th, and 16th. So again, in Germany, more worldwide growth, more worldwide excitement. Another dream. You know, when you talk about the principles of Gin and you talk about getting in Gin and you're talking about applying what you've learned and been exposed to, one of those concepts is the dream board. And we heard a great story from Claudia and Peter about how they had placed public speaking on a dream board. Well, be careful what you put on a dream board, because it may happen sooner than you think, sooner than you physically feel you're ready for, and better yet, it may happen in a foreign language. As they learned, they were in front of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in Chicago speaking in English, which is their second language. So kudos to you. You did a spectacular job, great messaging, very heartfelt, as I know this event will be as well. And they will be joined by, as a matter of fact, the registrations have been pouring in, and there are over 50 people already registered for this event that's going to happen in Hanover, Germany. Lee Kinney will be there, our global expansion director. There will be people virtually of every level of Jinn will be involved in this event. So if you're anywhere, if it's close, actually they started off thinking it was going to be a little local meeting. Well, and immediately registrations began to come in from Africa and from Australia and from the United States and from other parts of Europe. So it will be a spectacular event. And I'm so thankful and grateful that you shared with us and you shared from your experience and you learned from that experience that happened in Chicago. And I know this will be a spectacular event that's going to happen in the world of Germany. Our next major event, of course, we made the announcements of that. We'll begin the 1st of February. The details of that are following. It is going to be in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. And that early bird special pricing is happening right now, which is $377 US for the registration for that ticket. You will be getting more and more updates on the hotel link on how to register there. So please hold on, wait until we get that link to you so that you'll be a part of that group rate and a part of that group energy that happens as we put the Jinn energy into the Dominican Republic. And if it's anything like what's happened in Aruba or in Cancun, those places are different once this group, once this crowd, once this energy comes ashore. So we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to sharing those great messaging with you. We had a global update call this past Sunday. Again, a link will be below for you to listen to that. Spectacular information as Blaine and Dr. Ted and Stefan Patino and Lindsay gave us an update on what's happening in Punta Cana. The excitement is just building and building and building as we move toward that next event. We're already planning the next event. You see, that's the way it works. That's the way this staff kicks in, and that's what this club does, and that's how we operate, and that's how we roll. That's what's happening inside the world of Jinn. And on that call, we also announced a sponsoring bonus that happens if you are a new join, if you have someone that you've been talking to, they will be receiving a free ticket to that event in Punta Cana. If you join by August 31st, that's the sponsoring promotion that we have going on immediately following the event. If you sign up as a new member, a new dues-paying member in the month of August, by the 31st, you will be gifted a free ticket to the event itself. So it's a magical time for you to be able to join us. It's a magical time to be able to join the company, join the club, join the group of people, because the comments continue to roll in. Comments that I received just today about thank you so much for the nuggets of gold, the nuggets of wisdom that you shared with us in Chicago. Not just me, the presenters, all the presenters across the board. Because remember, this club isn't about me. It's about you. It's about us. It's about sharing this information, this wisdom from the ages. Some of it's literally thousands of years old. So it's about growing, and it's about listening to those evaluations. They're very humbling. They're very gratifying. They're very rewarding in that they create the feeling. They remind me of the feeling that was present in the room. As a matter of fact, one of those evaluations that I was flipping through had this statement. It was simply the most profound moment of my life, the most profound experience of my life. That's what happens at major events. The most profound experience. Think about that. Think about how that fits into who you are. And if you were there, you felt it, you saw it, you could literally touch it. It was palpable, the energy shift that happened in that room. The level 7 comments are mind-boggling. I don't have time to go into those today. I'll be giving you some of those, some feedback on how that group of people, how they grew. How they said it was incredible for them from the standpoint of growth that happened in such a concentrated period of time. How could you possibly experience that in 48 hours? Well, it's a lifetime to build. And that's exactly what's been happening. It's the lifetime to master. 48 hours to learn some of the processes, a lifetime to master them. It's been so rewarding, and that feeling that they have. And another evaluation that I read that kind of took me back was one that said, because the instructions were, what did you like and what did you learn? Answer those two questions on an evaluation, for those of you that were not there. And the answer, the first part, what did you like? It said nothing. I thought, well, that kind of set me back in my chair. Out of 5 days in Chicago, you didn't like anything? I said, I liked nothing. Because I loved everything. Because I loved everything. Every step of the way, every part of the process, everything that happened, every speaker that shared with us. They all came from their heart. They all talked about community. They all talked about love. They all talked about being a part of something bigger than any of us are. And as each of us grow, all of us can grow. And as leaders emerge in this company, which you're seeing every single event, which you're witnessing before your very eyes, people you've known for years are stepping up their game. And as they do, they grow. And as they grow, they can share. And as they share, they bring more people in who can grow and who can share. And that, my friends, is how the Global Information Network works. That's how, when we add children into the mix, when we add a youth program, when we add the ability to communicate in over 100 countries. When we can vibrate with the frequency of love to the point where people from countries literally halfway around the world just show up, not knowing a soul. They just get on a plane and go. And they come and they experience that energetic community that is Jen. They experience that feeling that you remember forever. It's the feeling that you resonate with that has you thirsting for more. And the beauty is, there is more. Regardless of the level you are, there's another level. Because we're going to 12. We are currently at 7. The next one will be 8. If you're not at 7, you don't need to concern yourself yet with 8, because you can still move up through the ranks. You can experience that feeling that was shared by hundreds of your Jen brothers and sisters in Chicago by coming to the next event in Punta Cana. It will be spectacular. It will be life-changing. And I can assure you that Dr. Ted and Blaine and I and your staff will literally spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours making sure that we can have it become the most profound experience of your life. And we look forward to sharing that with you. Until next week, I'm Dr. Tom. Back to you, Joel. Have a great one.
Thank you, Dr. Tom. Well, that's the weekly update for Friday, August 10th, 2018. I'm Joel Yaste. We'll see you again next week.